What up? Little bonus episode. Little bonus 5. We are joined by Prince Albert, the trim cut, long burning pipe and cigarette tobacco, favorited by Fang's Garage, and of course Courtney. Courtney has been smoking 6 packs of cigarettes a day for the last 6 years. It's really intense. It's really taking a toll on her skin. That's all right. Hopefully she'll get that resolved. All right, what to do? It's rained a little bit. I guess I could try and get the scooter running. That'd be cool. I'll probably do that. Let me get everything all set up. That was my rain guard for the scooter for the time being.
The new ChatGPT image model is now on Artlist, and it's a full-on creative celebration. So get ready to create whatever you want. Your words, your imagination, instantly real.
Water
create like everyone's watching.
And the little
power of ChatGPT
extra weight of the light.
Newest AI models. Just go to Artlist and start creating without limits.
Just in case. That would have been cool if that didn't all just fall all over where I was going to be working at.
Save time creating content and generate a high-quality clone of your voice with 11 Labs. Change the way you record podcasts, voiceovers, and branded content with the #1 AI-powered voice generating technology. The scooter will be a little bit wet,
that's okay. Extra challenge
Stop
with the power
searching
tools.
for the perfect voice and stop wasting time re-recording take after take. Try 11 Labs for free and start elevating your content today.
What's going on, Grass Bass? Doing a little bonus live stream. Chris from Floki's Angels is heading out for a little bit. So this is just a little bonus episode for Chris. This is a little going away present and to get a little work done. So little bonus Thursday live Fang's Garage episode. Let me get some of these goodies out of the way and see if we can get some stuff done. What do you guys think? Got the canvas here. Possibly get a little something. A little dirt on it. Seems good. A little dirt from the garage door from this rain. That's good. It's starting to look good. All right. Let's see what I can get done on this scooter. Could cut this part off of the back. I guess I could try and start it and see if the kill switch is culprit. Let me... It's kind of hard to work on this stuff with all these tools in the way. Let me see if I can just tidy up for 1 second. Get some of this stuff moved. What's going on, Grass Bass? How you doing, buddy? got any fishing trips planned? I'm trying to go out and get some bluegill. My daughter has never caught a fish in her life. And I've only taken her out like 2 times. And the only times we went out, we did not catch anything. Went out to a place called, in San Diego, called Lake Poway. And nothing. What's going on? Seeker 18, Senior Lost. What's going on, Seeker? How you doing, buddy? Me and Seeker go way back. We actually used to play a competitive hide and seek back in the early 90s, as well as a competitive laser tag. Seeker was a big time hide and seek expert. It took us days to find him. We were in a competitive league along with Gizmo here. Gizmo, of course, is like kind of a cheater, kind of like using Kirby and Super Smash Brothers. I mean, kind of a big advantage, in my opinion. But yeah, Seeker would just be hiding. One time we found him inside of a chimney. He was in a chimney for 3 days. No food, no water, just grinding it out, just sitting there. Back then, of course, we didn't have cell phones, so Seeker was just in that chimney, just hiding in the soot, in the soil. Seeker said there's some mice in there. Obviously, there's a bunch of just dirt and stuff, but yeah, he's in there for 3 days. Couldn't find him. Eventually, they had to call the fire department and get him out of there. Pulled him out of the chimney. That was in Wilkesboro, Tennessee, and that was in the wintertime. So people were, trying to turn on their chimneys and stuff, and the neighbors, and it was crazy. Almost got him smoked out, but yeah, me and Seeker go way back. It was a lot of fun. The competitive laser tag, not as fun though. Seeker would cheat a lot of times. He'd cover the sensor. Covering the sensor, and every time someone would call him on it, he'd always be lying about it. He'd be like, I'm not covering. I'm like, Seeker, I can freaking see you, dude. But yeah, we used to play just hardcore laser tag. I mean, we would get into it to the point where Seeker would be he'd be hiding out in the neighborhood and with the laser tag gun, and I would bust out my night vision goggles, and I would just be out there with a sniper laser tag, the sniper rifle. It's got obviously the laser scope on it, and I would just be up there on the rooftop just waiting for Seeker to come, walking around the corner. There's a bush on the corner, just walking around the corner, just snipe him with the laser tag, with the night vision goggles. Obviously, these are the regulation night vision goggles, so that's all up to code. That's not out of the rules, so we're good on that. But yeah, a lot of fun with Seeker back in the day. One more day at work, then I'm going ice fishing on Saturday. A nice grass bass. Courtney was wondering if maybe she could tag along sometime. She put on some makeup for you, and she was actually wondering if she could go maybe just for a little dip. I mean, she said she's been into cold plunges lately, so kind of strange, kind of bizarre. Courtney has been into the cold plunge stuff, and then of course Tom, he's actually been getting into a lot of stretching, a lot of like longevity type stuff. He's been getting into a lot of hot yoga type of stuff. Oh yeah, I love it, hot yoga. And he would just be in there just posing, just doing all the sorts of like, I can't really do it with him now because he's a little bit stiff. It's a little bit cold out here, so. But yeah, Tom's been just getting into the hot yoga. He's been getting into just health and wellness, and just like trying to really take care of himself. I've been really proud of him. He's actually lost a lot of weight since he moved in. Let me see if I can maybe throw here to look at. Have him hang out like this for a moment. That's cool. Just hanging out, conference call at Fang's Garage. No big deal. You tuned into the right channel. Let me see if I can just grab a 10 millimeter and take this little cover off and see what I can find in there. See what I can dig out of there. I've been doing a lot of digging lately. Me and Gizmo, of course, have been getting into a competitive hole digging. We dug a hole is 150 feet deep, and unfortunately, we did not dig our way out. So we were stuck in there. We had to dig a side hole. Basically, we just had to dig just diagonal for, it must have been, I'd say at least 4 or 5 days. We were just digging diagonally, trying to get out of this 150 feet hole. I mean, no one knew we were down there. It was out in the middle of nowhere.
Even if you don't
we figured,
because you're using a website that developed a tool that knows exactly.
We figured, you know, if we were out there digging a hole, nobody could stop us. We were out in the desert. We didn't bring a lot of water. So we were kind of stranded out there for a while. But yeah, just a big diagonal hole for a long time. Whoa, what's going on, William? How you doing, buddy? How you been, bud? William Board is here. Oh, and support Britney Spears is here, guys. Have you guys been doing your part to support Britney Spears lately? Have you been messaging Britney Spears on social media and telling her that you still care about her and that you still support her? Have you guys been telling Britney Spears that? Because if not, I mean, think about it. If you're Britney Spears and you're like had this crazy life, when you want to just know, just like a regular person just is there for you, like Gizmo. Gizmo is a big proponent of Britney Spears. Gizmo plays it all the time in the car. Everyone is sick of it. I mean, nothing against Britney Spears, but I mean, Gizmo just overplays it so much. And it's like, come on, can we listen to something else? It's the same, you know, same 4 songs that he wants to play over and over. And it's like, all right, Gizmo, we get it. You want to dress up as Britney Spears all the time. But it's kind of overwhelming, you know. So let me unplug this wire real quick. Let me just see this. Let me look at this kill switch. Let me just look at it. Let me take a peek. Alright guys, try not to fall over if you could. What's going on here? Why is this? Oh, that's probably why. I have the scooter backed up on a little soft patch of dirt. That's good. Make sure it's as unstable as possible. How about that? Hey. Well, it's a good thing I got it all started. So let me, there's no way I can move everybody without them falling, but let me see if I can do it. No, there's no way. They're gonna all fall. There's something stabbing me in my arm. Oh, there's a little treat in there. There's a little grinder wheel or a wire wheel wire in there somewhere. Oh, it's in my jacket. There it is. Nice. This is exactly what I said I was afraid of with that wire wheel. Look at this. This little wire right here was in my jacket and it was stabbing into my arm, and that's the type of thing I pulled out of my skin, out of the heel of my foot. It went in like this deep, and it was just like, it was sticking out like that. It was like, sorry, I know you can't even see it. It was barely sticking out of my foot like that, and when I pulled it out, it was like, yoink, and I pulled out this big old long thing, and I was like, oh my gosh. If that had sunk all the way into my foot and I wasn't able to grab it, that's like the most terrifying. Like, oh great, now this object is just in my body. Now this just foreign object is just in my body, and it's something sharp. There's a sharp metal object lodged into my foot. Perfect. Okay, let's see if Tom can hang on. I don't think so. He's the most unstable out of anyone in Fang's garage, including me. Surprisingly. Highly unstable. Highly volatile, highly competitive, especially when it comes to playing NFL Blitz. Tom likes to cheat a lot when playing NFL Blitz. I mean, there are cheat codes, and he'll put them in. without, every time I'm not looking, I'll pause to go get some Cheeto Puffs or some Funyuns or some Haribo gummies, and he'll put the cheat codes in. Obviously, I'll know if it's like the big head code, because my character will have a gigantic head. But not when he has like the secret codes that don't do a lot, but you know. Everyone needs to wrench a little. I agree, Grass Bass. What model is the bike? From the FR Guy Official. It is a 2008 Lance Milan. It is a GY6 scooter. Let me see. I think I'm just trying to wiggle my foot around because I want to make sure that one of those little metal things aren't in my shoe. Let me hook up these two wires real quick and I'll show you the brake lights. That is one of the coolest parts. Actually, it's just one wire. The FR Guy Official. Check out the brake lights. They're hooked up, with the exception of just the one wire. I think it should be working. Nice. That's pretty cool. I think it works well. Make sure you guys can see it. Oh, it looks like the handlebars are in the way. Let me move this camera a little bit closer. Gotta make sure I charge up this battery at some point too, since I've not done that in a while. My mom had a sewing needle in her heel to this day from 50 years ago. Got an x-ray. My gosh, Grass Bass, that is insane. Your mom is hardcore, dude. A sewing needle in her foot, in her heel. Gosh. Imagine if she kicked somebody. If she heel kicked somebody and a sewing needle went into them. And it like, could you imagine? Fatality. It'd be like, whoa. Could you imagine if it was some situation like a spy situation? If your mom turned out to be some sort of spy and that was like the secret thing that she had, and it was like the thing, like the shoe knife, where like they think, oh my gosh, James Bond is about to just be defeated, and then he has a shoe knife. Oh great. Like as soon as I push the scooter out, it starts raining, and as soon as I pull it back in, it stops raining. Let me move a couple of these things so that I can move the scooter like kind of more indoors and out of the rain. And that way, if it does start raining kind of hard, I can keep going with it. But yeah, here's the brake lights. I think it looks pretty cool. Sweet. I just gotta do something about this. Maybe make some little rubber rings behind it, like a flat washer, to keep it from moving around. Because for some reason, it seems to be moving a little bit. Now that I've mounted them on there and gotten all excited about it, now I decided to do something weird. So that's pretty cool. Yep, and she got stuck in top of her foot with a lawn dart. My gosh. Your mom is like the T-1000. Unstoppable. Just like sewing needle tries to hit her, she just keeps going. Lawn dart tries to take her out, just keeps walking. Crazy. She's a trooper.
They are the sparks, scattered upon Talos 2.
What is...
Beneath the endless sky.
Endless sky? What? The heck? The heck is this? Sorry guys, let's skip this. Oh, it's an ad. Alright. soon as I started moving this stuff in, it stopped raining, of course. So let me just try and clean the contacts on this switch real quick and make sure those are good to go. Of course, I have to get the tool that I just put away. I weighed myself today. I weighed 217 exactly. January 1st last year I weighed 302 pounds. This is the lightest I've ever been as an adult. And I think I was this weight when I was like maybe a junior in high school. I don't remember. So that was pretty cool. I said, you know what? I don't need 2 pieces of pizza. I don't need 2. I'll just have 1. And Gizmo said, are you going to eat the other one? What are you going to do with it? I said, you can have it. It was before midnight, so no big deal. Good to go. Of course, as soon as I start unscrewing the parts, the rain starts. It's like a cartoon. Like as I stop working on it, it stops raining. Okay, trying to just pull this little kill switch out, figure out how to pull it out, I'm breaking it, hopefully. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay. It looks like it's clean. I could actually, do it like that. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Power to that one. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out if I jump one of these cables or one of these connectors, if it'll potentially start the bike, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm going to try it right now and see if it'll work. If it does work, then I think it would be just the kill switch contacts are a little dirty or something. Actually, it'll start it, but I need to make sure it'll give it a spark. So hopefully this will start it, guys. We're going to be able to test start on the 2008 Lance Milan GY6 scooter. I'm essentially going to try and, not really hotwire it, but just try and mimic where the connectors would be on here and see if that'll do it. Let's see here. Am I missing something? Let's see. Maybe what I'll try and do is I'll try and wipe off this connector and see if maybe it has some little grease on it or something. Whole thing is checking for spark last time and it wasn't getting any spark, so I have a sneaking suspicion that it is the kill switch. I can't remember if someone suggested that or not. I think someone did last time. Oh yeah, I have to pull on the brake. So I need to put the stock bars back on here so I could at least just manipulate this stuff easier. Alright, let's try it. Let's see. Let me try this.
As a small business owner, you need a tax service that lets you focus on your business. Try TurboTax Experts for Business. Your industry-matched expert will help you find every tax break. Plus, you'll get audit protection at no extra cost. Visit TurboTax.com.
And then this is the switched 12. Let me try and hook up another brake light real quick. And and see if
Why
maybe
waste
that'll
another
remedy
summer
it.
not loving your body?
With Base 44, we turned that question into a successful business.
A woman has an
How long have you been working on bikes? Says AK72YO. I have been working on...
We want women to feel secure in their own bodies and to celebrate themselves.
I've been working on motorcycles for, I think, a little over 10 years now. And before that was bicycles. And before that was, what was it coming over? Oh yeah, the brake light. Was cars. I worked on cars for a lot longer than I worked on bikes. I worked on cars since I was like 16. So it's been about 72 years I've been working on cars. It's been a long journey. Let me get this little extra brake light on and see if this will do anything. This was suggested by maybe Moses. Let's see. Since he was knee high to a duck. Yes, exactly, grass bass. Pretty much that was a measurement. We used to measure. We used to get measured instead of up against a wall or with a tape measure. We used to just get measured with different kinds of animals, poultry, different little varmin. Bad relay. I think that starter relay is working. The starter button is working. Coil packs. Godspeed. I got this Nibby. I think it is Nibby coil pack. Godspeed. I put this on. It was running before I took it apart and started messing with it. But now it won't spark. I have another coil pack that I swapped with it, which is on there now, and it's the same thing. So I'm not sure. I'm going to try and hook up this other brake light as the maybe Tom could actually help me with this. If you could, Tom, that'd be great. Just hold on to this brake light for me, buddy. Thank you. Let me just fish this way. I'm not sure if it's because the brake light. Here's the thing. This thing has a little like starting thing where it won't start unless I think the brake light is on. But it has to be. I think it might actually have to be the not just the brake light. It's not just the running light. I mean, it's the running light and the brake light. So I think that might be the case. I'm going to try it and see if maybe that is the problem, and we'll see if it makes a difference. If it starts right up, then I'll know that was the issue. Let me go ahead and hook this up to the ground. I'll just hook this on here. How about that? I'll get on there. That's good. Okay. Now a little test. Hopefully nothing falls over. Otherwise, that'll probably blow a fuse. Let's see. Try this. Okay, this should not be on. Okay. These should be on. Okay. Let's see if this is going to work with this brake light switch. Let's see. Nice. Look at that. Just unplug it and maybe that. Oh, there we go. Oh, I see. This is not grounding out. Look at that. It's a little hard to see because of the way that Tom is holding it. Let me maneuver this without touching any metal. You can see a little bit better. Okay, hopefully you can see it from right there. But now, when I pull the brake light, or the switch, the light will come on. This light is going to be on this side. I might try and open this up and see if I can get a bulb with a dual filament, so I could use it as a brake light, like a running light like this, and then it'll get brighter when you hit the brake light switch, and it'll be a dual filament. running and brake light. Let me try and start it up and see if this will make a difference. Okay, before I tell the battery, I'm going to get my other spark plug here, take off the spark plug wire, and test it, and see if I'm getting a spark. And if not, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and disconnect the part that is for the kill switch. So let's see if I can do this with one hand, two hands, three hands. Okay, got these two right here. Alright, I'm going to ground this out on the frame and check for spark real quick. I know you guys can't see, but I can. Nothing. No spark. Okay. So, let me check. Let me unplug this and try this.
Starting a business? Do this before it's too late. Get a virtual mailbox. Registering your business with your home address makes your address public, putting you at risk of theft.
Yeah, I'm gonna check the voltage to the coil next. Godspeed, and see if that'll work. I take it that Gizmo missed us all. Yes, he did, Gary. Gizmo actually missed you the most, Gary. Gizmo is a big fan of Gary Sharp. Him and Gary go way back. They used to actually work at the Eggo Waffle Factory. Gizmo was in charge of just basically running the machinery. He was always wearing a little hard hat, running around. Gary was helping him out. Gizmo was kind of a tyrant at work, though, from what I hear. So, not really good news on that, you know. What can I say? I mean, that's Gizmo's choice. But yeah, I mean, that's just what I heard, secondhand knowledge. I wasn't there. I was actually working at the bubble wrap factory. I was actually at the time just individually filling up the bubble wrap, and it was just a ton of work. I mean, back-breaking labor, unbelievably hard labor, just filling up each one of those little bubble wraps, just each one with air. I mean, it took forever. Let's see here. Yeah, let me check for. Let me check for spark one more time with this thing unplugged. Then I'm gonna get the multimeter and try that. Nope. Nothing's there. I think there's something unplugged. I'm gonna get this multimeter and test it. Test the coil and see, make sure there is some power going to that wire. Of course, I made it in the most insanely hard spot to get to. Why would I make it any easier? This seems like it should be connected to something, huh? This seems like it should be connected to a ground. This seems, okay, I might have found a problem here. Okay. I'm gonna use ground. A very good possibility. Try this and see. Try it one more time. Just like the Daft Punk. One more time. Now I just fried all the electronics. Okay. Test this thing for spark. Real quick. There's a wire that was coming off under by the coil. I believe it's supposed to be grounded, and it was not. I thought I had it connected yesterday, but I'm not sure if I did, so I'm going to test it again. One more time. Feels like it's getting spark all the way down to the bottom. I think I actually have an inline spark plug tester. Let me see if I can grab it. See if I can find it. Pretty sure I have one. Right here somewhere. By the way, just found it and I was like, oh yeah, I've been looking for that thing. Alright, let's see if I can get it. It's here. Sorry guys, give me 1 minute. This is going to be worth finding if I can find it. I'm pretty sure it's thing. I didn't. Okay. Let's see if this will work. Maybe it will. We'll see. I got one of these little clear inline spark plug wire testers. I thought I had a different one. This with the family friendly show is this. Okay. Ooh, shiver me timbers. Okay, did I just break it? What in the world? He just flew off of here. Okay, I think I actually had a different one. This one does not look...
gives you over 150 lag-free real-time voice changers and unlimited...
Sorry, guys.
Whether you want to speak with a realistic battlefield radio,
I don't think this is the right one. Let me check and see if I have the other one.
Our app works with any gamer app that supports voice chat.
Sound off with a voice that matches your name.
Or assemble and deploy your best audio.
Sorry, give me 1 second, guys. This will be worth it if I can actually see in real time if the spark plug wire is all good to go. Oh, is this it? Nice. Okay, I found it. If this will work, I don't know, but it's worth trying. This is the one I was looking for here. Let me see if I can hook this up. I think I should be able to at least hook it up like that. You can see it might electrocute me a little bit. Okay. You can try this. So this will work. It's not exactly the right tester, but I'll just use what I got. This one might actually work better with this old one. Okay. This old school one. Actually, I'll try this one. I'm just trying to narrow down if it's this spark plug wire or... There's like some wires rolling around all over the place. Okay, let me test the voltage on this ignition coil wire. This is going to be super difficult to put back, but I'll just have to deal with it. Ground is all good. There it is. Okay, got this wire off. Let me check it for voltage. Okay, so at the ignition coil wire, it is, let's see. Has a point. It doesn't even have 1 volt. Let me try and start it and see if it changes or what it goes up to. I'm not sure if it would have AC. It might actually have AC. I don't know if it's because it's pulse to it. So it's going up to 0.14. I'm trying on AC. Okay, so it seems like it's not getting enough voltage to the coil. So maybe that is the kill switch. Or maybe it's partially broken wire or something? Well, I guess all I can do now is probably charge up the battery and start doing something else to it. Obviously, it's not going to work with a battery that is not fully charged, and I can tell by the way it's starting to struggle a little bit when I'm trying to start it, so I don't want to completely kill it. That coil wire, for sure. You mean the spark plug wire? That is a possibility. I can check that actually. Let me check that. Let me turn off this. Turn off these lights and see. I have an extra.
How are you holding up?
Ignition coil and wire. Let's see.
In our next step forward, administrator.
Next step forward. Sorry guys. Let's try it and see. I'm gonna have to remove this little jerry can thing that I made. So let me get these guys situated a little differently, and at least get Tom up there. Okay, get that Allen keys for my scooter keys. This is the old ignition coil wire. Not the ignition coil itself, but it is the wire. Okay, let's see if this is the right one. Nope. I was so confident. I was like, let's do it, and it's the wrong way. And I'm wrong again. I keep all the little Allen keys, Allen wrenches, whatever they're called. Are they called Allen keys? Who's Allen? Why does he have all the keys? I keep all the Allen keys from all the IKEA sets and everything, and all the little, every time you get something like a little bolt you have to put in there, they always throw in like the Allen key for it. I keep all of them. So I have like 7,000 metric Allen keys. They love to use Allen keys. So do I. They work really nice. Okay. Got 3 of the 4 bolts off. And I just have to unplug this brake plate. And take this last little thing off. I forgot how to wire wrap on it. Nice. Now I can just simply take this thing off. Throw a little key in it. Thanks a lot, key. You make me look like a real professional right now. Jeez Louise. Look at that. You got your freaking jerry can ready to go. Is it gonna hold gas? No. It'll hold some gas. It'll hold like this much gas. A couple teaspoons. And that won't really help. But yeah, it's got the brake lights on there. I'm gonna move this thing to the side real quick. Get it out of the way. Obviously, I'll need to include this as one of the tools. The Allen key, the Allen wrench, the Allen head, whatever it is. What's going on? Got a speed? You got any projects you're working on? Any motorcycles? Let's see. So, the thing is, I don't know if this wire. So, got a speed. If this wire is bad, wouldn't I still get? Wouldn't I still get? Like voltage to this wire. This wire coming off the coil is essentially not getting any voltage, is what I'm trying to say. I think there's something up with that, which is what's making me think it might be a kill switch. It is a white and black and yellow wire, and then a black and white wire, or I mean a green wire. Let's see. Because I would think that the green wire should be for ground. Yeah, I just don't understand. The ignition coil wire is essentially not getting enough power.
11 Labs proudly introduces Studio 3.0.
You can now harness all of our audio models in one powerful editor, now with full video integration.
Giving you the ability to add brand new voiceovers.
Trying to double check all the wires and make sure I'm not just overlooking something.
And bring it to life with some sound effects too.
The studio timeline allows for precise
there's not really much
editing.
down here
And
anyways.
with speech
There's
correction,
just the starter
you can
relay.
now upload audio and fix the mistakes without re-recording. Studio is launching this October.
Let me try this.
Studio is launching this September.
Go any further.
And you can remove any background noise from your videos.
Let me take this spark plug out.
Voice isolator. Then once you've made your video, easily generate automatic captions at just the click of a button.
I don't know, I have a sneaky suspicion. John Goodman, 7024. This is the man you want to live next to. He can help you fix stuff and he keeps the property value down. Thanks, neighbor. You're welcome, John Goodman. I'm glad you're here, John Goodman. If you need any help fixing anything, just let me know. I'll keep those nosy new neighbors out of here, and I'll make sure that we have it very affordable for our kids. Let me get this spark plug out. But yeah, if you need anything fixed, John Goodman, just let me know. I'll swing on by. I'll swing by on the scooter. I'll help out. It'll be fun, John. Me and John go way back. We actually used to work in the movie industry together. I was in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. That's probably why you guys, a lot of you guys recognize me. I get stopped a lot on the street. People recognize me from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. But yeah, me and John Goodman were working on the set of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and it was just a lot of fun, guys. I mean, I was actually just playing a giant ant in the film. So that's why some people can recognize me without the ant suit on. Some people only recognize me with the ant suit on. So it is a little understandable. But we go way back. Me and John Goodman, we had a lot of fun on the set of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and we were just laughing and joking at craft services. I mean, craft services on the set of that movie was crazy. They actually hired this special catering company to come in and make these gigantic craft services foods. It was crazy. Gizmo's there. That's actually the first time I encountered Gizmo when he was working for the catering company for the set of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. And they had the craziest food. They had these giant grapes. They were actually artificially, genetically modified grapes that were grown to be gigantic. They had the gigantic pumpkin guys there. They had all sorts of different giant Dorito chips. They had a big collab with Doritos. I don't know if you guys remember those promos where they'd send out these gigantic Dorito chips, single chips. That is actually where the single chip challenge came from. They copied that. Again, guys, no new ideas. Everything's just a copy. Nothing's original. But yeah, on the set of the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, they were just, it was so fun. They were just doing the funnest stuff. I mean, you wouldn't believe it. Just all the little quirky things that would happen. They had all the props there. That's actually what I got to go home with, was the gigantic lawnmower. It was crazy. Speaking of property value, when I had that thing living out in Michigan, I had the gigantic lawnmower out my front lawn. Guinness Book of World Records, 2001. Check the book. It's the one with all the eyeballs on the front, and you move the book left and right. It has like a holographic type thing. But yeah, check that book. You'll see world's biggest lawnmower. That's my house out in Michigan. And that's how I did it. I got the prop back with John Goodman on the set of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. They were getting rid of those props dirt cheap, because how many people wanted a 12-story high lawnmower? I mean, that's what it took back in the day for the special effects. But it was all practical effects, guys. It was no green screen. It was just practical effects. Just silicone, the latex, and it'd be a dark room. Things would happen, and that's where the movie magic is made, guys. But yeah, good to see you, John Goodman. All right. Enough with the catching up. I know it was a long-winded story. Yeah, I know. It was crazy, guys. Yeah, it was quite the entailment with John Goodman. I haven't talked to him in a long time. But yeah, the ant costume, that thing went for a little too much. I could not afford that. So
with Monday Sidekick, AI is easy. Right.
They do auction off a lot of the movie props, but
Monday Sidekick does it all. It can manage projects, craft campaigns, sorts data, you name it. You sure it's...
All right, let me see here. 1 second, guys. hoping that Floki's Angels was going to be on, but I don't think that Chris made it on tonight. Maybe he'll be on. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter live stream since I do have to edit the video, and that's what I'm normally doing. But it's worth checking at least a few things. I'm going to check the... let me make sure this is all hooked up real quick. Hook this back up. I'm just going to check the spark with the spark plug that's actually from the bike, and just make sure that there's nothing weird going on. Like, I don't know, something weird could be going on. Something weird always happens. So I'm not going to question it. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to supply it. But I am going to try and at least multiply it if I can. Alright, get it all done. What am I missing here? This is the, oh yeah, that's what it is. Got this here. This, like that. This onto here. Would be this. Okay. Sorry guys, just hooking up the brake light switch. Not the constant. Let's see. That's the constant. Okay, so the brake light should be working, and this just needs to go to ground. Or ground. Okay. Pull the brake light, or pull the brake switch. And it should light that light up. No. Oh, there it is. Okay. Try and start this and check for spark one more time, and then I'll try and jump the kill switch, I guess. Nothing. No spark. Let me pull this kill switch apart real quick and try and jump it. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to see how this thing works. Okay, so when it's over there, those two are connected. Over there, those two are connected. Okay, so I need to connect the yellow and the green. Yellow and the green. And what is the black one doing? Nobody knows. Okay, so connect the yellow and green wires. Let me grab a little piece of wire and try and make a little jumper and see if that'll work. Okay, wire. Right. Here's a little piece of wire. Okay. Strippers. Where's all my strippers out? Sounded close. yell at it. What the hell is wrong with you? I can't stand looking at you anymore. You're embarrassing me. Is that good? You know? I can't really yell right now. I don't want to be a disturbance. I'm already enough of a disturbance. But it felt good to let that out. I finally let it out and say what I wanted to say. I've been wanting to say that for a long time. You know, I've just been waiting for you to give me permission. And now's the time. I had to do it, guys. I couldn't hold back. I've been holding that in for a long time. I've been working on this gear for about 7 years. And I can't stand it no more. Okay. Let me just connect these real quick. Okay, so it's the green and the yellow one. But then it turns into, how does it go from 5 wires into 2? Maybe this will solve my issue. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. What's this doing? Why is this doing this? That takes us to the starter button. Okay. So when the kill switch is in the on position, there is a green wire and a yellow wire. And the yellow wire is going up to, let's see. That means that the starter system is like hooked into the thing. So let me show you guys. I can actually take this off and show you. Thank you, Gamer of Earth. What are you gaming on, Gamer of Earth? What exactly are you gaming on, Gamer of Earth? Are you gaming Earth right now?
Sora 2 video generation is not available in our region.
It is if you're on Artlist.
Huh?
What? Sora 2 is now on Artlist. The most advanced AI video model is now
Sorry guys, let me
available in
skip
every
this.
region. No
I think it's really close too.
Realism with fully integrated sound.
It ran before I took it apart, Godspeed. I just I can't figure out why it won't get spark. But here's the button that it has right here. So obviously this is the kill switch, this is the on position, and this is the starter button on the back side. So if you take this part off right here, you can see it's like a little, basically like a little multi-connector, whatever. The bottom 3 are not used. Those are just empty. Look on this side, there's nothing on there. So it's basically just these ones, top ones. From what I can tell, when it's in the on position, these 3 little pins are right here. When it's in the off position, they slide over to this side. Those are over like this. So when it's in the off position, then it is connecting these 2 terminals right here, and those 2 terminals are the green and the black and white, and those 2 are going up to this plug. Okay. When you turn it to the on position, which is right here on this side, this little slider slides over. I think it disengages from this one right here, this little terminal, and it just engages these 2. So I would guess that this is essentially the bridge, and it needs to be gapped for the kill switch to work. Yes, jumper wire. That's what I'm going to try next. I'm going to try and jump. The thing is, it's weird though. Check this out. So I was thinking put a jumper wire across these 2, right? I'm going to put this back so so it doesn't fall apart. I'll lose that. Okay, so it's a jumper wire between the green and the yellow. But look what the yellow does. The yellow goes around and it goes over to the starter button. So the starter button is integrated into this, but that means, how does that make any sense? You know what I mean? Because that means that in order for this jumper wire, this little idea that we have with the jumper wire, in order for that to work, that would mean that this button would essentially have to be pressed all the time. How would that work? You know what I mean? Because doesn't pressing the button complete the circuit for the starter button? So if this is wired into the starter button, how is that? You know what I mean? I'm gonna try it though. Let's see. It's worth a shot. Try the jumper wire method and see if I can just sneak it in, sneak it in the back door, and see if anyone notices. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Who knows? We're gonna find out right now together. Godspeed. Only thing I'm concerned about is, yeah, that has to be it. So I'll do a jumper wire between those two and see if I can just like kind of pin it in there and make it hold. While I do this, like this. Here. Okay. So it'll be wrap this around and see if it'll. Sorry guys, I know I'm just talking to myself and not really showing you much, but I can assure you that I'm probably doing it incorrectly. That's my guarantee. I'm probably not doing it correctly, and that's okay. It happens to the best of us. I'm not one of the best of them, but I'm one of the people who's doing something. And I'm trying to do it, so cut me a little slack. I'm gonna hope this is gonna work, Godspeed. I have full confidence in you. Me and Godspeed go way back. We actually in the street racing industry with Gizmo here. Gizmo was in the shifter cart division. He was just flying around with those shifter carts. I mean, going underneath semis, going underneath Hyundai Sonatas, going underneath Toyota Camrys. I mean, he would just love to go underneath cars and freak people out and make them swerve their cars and go off the road. And me and Godspeed were like, hey man, you gotta calm down with the driving. Like it's fun to drive like this, but you can't be endangering the public. And Gizmo just gave us a finger. I don't know if it was his middle finger because he does not have a middle finger technically. But he just gave us a finger. He pointed a finger at us. I don't know if it was a threat. I don't know if it was like trying to be intimidating or something. But he pointed his finger at us, his little mogwai finger, and just took off. And me and Godspeed said maybe we should just leave him alone. I said, yeah, that's probably a good idea. And yeah, ever since then, Gizmo's just kind of been had a little bit of an attitude problem. It's not. I mean, it's really just about respect for the public, and Gizmo has no respect for the public. I mean, he's obviously been caught doing a lot of vandalism, a lot of graffiti. He's been caught just stealing all the time. He steals all the time from Subway. He'll crawl up underneath the Subway employees' legs and go grab some of the meat, grab some of the jalapeno peppers, grab some of the. He'll just grab anything he can, and then as soon as they notice, he'll scamper off. Mogwai are surprisingly fast, so it is very hard for people to catch them, so that's how he can get away with a lot of this stuff. Alright, let's try this. One more test. How about that? We'll do one more, and then I'll say, I'll have to wait. It's starting to ring. Oh, okay. There was one spark just now. I watched it when I turn the key. Okay? Let's see if it'll work. I don't know why I'm talking to my hands here. What did I do differently? Oh yeah, I'm jumping that wire. Make sure this wire is properly. Okay. Okay, not quite working.
Scribe is how you stop explaining the same thing over and over at work. Watch this. It'll change your life. Raise your hand if you've told your boss how to do the same thing more than once. Thought so. That's why there's Scribe. Okay. Go to scribehow.com. Click Capture, do the task once, and Scribe will create a step-by-step guide you can share automatically. You ever watch someone through a giant process and know they'll forget half of it? Scribe puts everything
let's see. Let me try and jump it from the top part, and maybe just did a
next time they ask, you can just send the link. I know what you're thinking. They still put the wrong thing.
The green is going to go to the yellow
Scribe
and
will
red.
literally guide them through it.
Let me actually test the this little multimeter real quick to make sure I'm not going to blow any fuses or anything, and also skip the ad.
So you never have to explain it again.
What's going on, Flokies Angels? Love you guys too. How are you guys doing? How you doing, Chris? And Floki and Angel. How are you guys all doing? It will without the switch. Is the coil working? New coil. What I'm wondering is, Godspeed, I don't think, last time I checked, there wasn't that much voltage going to this wire. So I'm thinking it's whatever is supplying that wire. I'm not sure if it's maybe it's coming from the CDI. Oh. Huh. Wait a minute. The CDI has a black and yellow wire coming from it. Oh, you know what? Maybe that's the one going to the coil, and that's the one that I can check. I'll check that coil, that wire next. Okay, let me check this over. Because I'm wondering if there's maybe not any voltage coming out of the CDI. Maybe it's CD fried. Maybe I messed with it for too much. Okay, let me just make sure. So maybe ground. Ground. Oops. Okay. And this one, let's see if this is ground as well. Okay. Confirmed. Let's do the jump. Let's jump these wires, see what happens. I have a sneaky suspicion it's the kill switch. Because if there's no voltage going to the coil, then I would think that the coil could still be good. And also I bought a brand new coil. That Nibby coil was used for maybe 4 rides, and then I took the bike apart. So it was like riding pretty good. It was there's no issues with it. At least not when I took it apart. Before I took it apart, there was plenty of issues with it, and there's plenty of live episodes where I was trying to figure out what was going on with it, and it narrowed it down to the ignition coil, and that's why I replaced it. So that's why I think the coil's probably good. I don't think it had enough time to even go bad, unless it was maybe when I was welding the stuff on there. But now that is jumped, let's see if this will work. Okay. Try this. Pull the brake light. Make sure it's still working. No? Okay, that's not normal. Okay. So there's clearly something off about this, if you guys could not tell. When you start up your scooter, I must have not wired something correctly, because whenever I pull the brake lever now, that is what is starting the scooter. I'm pulling the brake lever. I don't think that's what you're supposed to do. Again, the starter button is right here, dangling, and this is the brake lever. This is the left brake lever. I could, in theory, hook it up like that as the starter button and totally confuse everybody when they try to start the scooter, and just be like, no, to start you have to pull the left brake lever. I'm like, what? It also activates the brake light, so if you're riding on the street, you need a little extra boost to get up the hill or something, just hit the left brake. The only downside is it will simultaneously use the starter to propel you up the hill while at the same time activating the rear brake, which is going to slow you down a little bit. So it's a little bit of a give and take, guys. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You also can't have your brakes and use them as well. I think that's how the saying goes.
How you doing, Edmund? Interested in sparring with me?
What?
A blade unsheathed, select unleashed.
Okay. Again, guys, this is going to be a short live tonight. This is just a little special live going away live for Chris and Floki's Angels. Yes, indeed. Figuring out the wiring but narrowing troubleshooting. I agree. Moses, how you doing, buddy? High-speed chicken feed. Yee, brother. What's going on, Wyatt? Man, I missed you, Wyatt. Me and Wyatt go way back. We were in competitive chicken racing. My gosh. That's why I brought up the chicken feed. High speed, it was crazy. Me and Wyatt, we were into chicken racing back in the early 80s. And the amount of money that we won with these chicken races is insane. We were just making hand over fist. People had no idea what steroids were at the time. They had no idea that you could inject them into chickens. Tyson, where do you think they got the chicken breasts that were so giant? Me and Courtney were working with Wyatt over at Tyson, and we were just injecting these chickens with steroids and getting them jacked. They were on TRT. They were on, we were doing, believe it or not, stem cell therapy on these chickens. And this was back before anybody knew about it, and back before it was regulated. I mean, we were doing so much. We were doing just TRT. We were doing stem cells. We were doing anything we could think of to just get these chickens yoked. These chickens would come out, and if you tried to take their eggs, forget it. Okay, they'll freaking flex their pecs on the back of your neck and grab you like a cat. Like a cat, a kitten is being lifted up. These chickens would come up and just flex their chicken breasts so hard on the back of your neck and pinch your neck skin, where it would basically immobilize you. It was crazy. It was kind of relaxing, though. It was kind of alarming, though, when you could not get away from them. Really scary. Gizmo actually got chased by a lot of chickens back then when me and Wyatt were doing this stuff, and it was so crazy, guys. I mean, the amount of money we made. That's actually how we got into the Jack in the Box franchise. And we started up the whole Jack in the Box franchise in southern Texas. I mean, we were just slinging the chicken fajitas, the 2 for 99-cent tacos. I mean, back then, it was 2 for 99-cent tacos. And we could do promos for 59 cents for 2 tacos. That's how much money we could make. Imagine how much we were making when they were 99 cents for 2. Can you believe it? Me and Wyatt. I mean, unbelievable times, guys. Is it Halloween? Bath time? No, it is not Halloween. It is long overdue. It is not even close to Halloween, but it is almost Christmas in some countries, guys. We're going to be celebrating Christmas a little bit early this year. Godspeed says you just turned the starter with the brake. I know Godspeed. Godspeed. There's, of course, some advanced tactics here at Fang's Garage. Only I could do something like that and turn on the bike with the brake lever. So, again, guys, only at Fang's Garage. That's a Fang's Garage exclusive and probably a world record at this point. Like a kitten, exactly, Tyler Johnson. We love kittens here. And Tyler Johnson, we used to actually raise kittens, me and Tyler. It was back in the 80s as well. We were in the kitten breeding business. We were breeding exotic kittens. We had lynx, we had bobcats, we had jaguars, we had cheetahs, you name it. Again, back then, no regulations. You could have any kind of animal you wanted. And guess what? The government didn't even care. I used to have a howler monkey in my apartment. That thing, surprisingly, very quiet. Great roommate. Only thing is, the howler monkey would always be just waking up super early, and it wasn't actually, surprisingly, the howler monkey yelling early in the morning like you would think it would. It just would never turn on the coffee pot. We had a routine. I said, hey, if you're going to be living here, I know you're like a foreign exchange student type thing. Can you at least like do a couple of things around the house? Just turn on the coffee pot in the morning. And the howler monkey agreed that was one of the two things it would do, along with just taking out the trash, and it would never do either of them. So, what do you expect? Wyatt says, heck yeah, good old booger shug. Wyatt, unfortunately, no. I've just been all hyped up on Celsius today. I think I took about 600 milligrams, 600 mg of the Celsius Dragon Fruit Lime, and it seems to work. I mean, I'm getting stuff done. At least by getting stuff done, I mean I'm losing my screwdriver.
The right time to take charge of your dreams is right now.
Gizmo is, of course, getting a new job at Soak City, USA, guys. Big news for Gizmo, in case you didn't know. He's going to be working at Soak City. He's going to be the lifeguard for the double slide.
Never mind the doubters and the naysayers.
Sorry, guys, let me skip this ad real quick. And by double slide, what I'm talking about is the two-person inner tube slide. So he's going to be the new lifeguard there. It's going to be great, guys. Yep. Thank you for that, Tyler. Gizmo is really excited about it. Wyatt says, tell him about the bald eagle that we had, guys. Me and Wyatt, we were actually in this government, it was a government type job where they were basically paying us to be breeding bald eagles as part of this big Macy's Day Thanksgiving parade that they had planned. This was back in 2008. We were basically hired to be breeding these bald eagles. Me and Wyatt, we were actually living up in Washington. It's a perfect place, perfect climate for bald eagles. And we were just basically breeding these bald eagles. It was really hectic, guys. The bald eagle chicks are the real headache. I mean, not many people know this because not many people breed bald eagles. But they actually are very hesitant to feed their chicks. You actually have to go in there and regurgitate the food into the bald eagle chick's mouth. Sorry, not bald eagle chips. That is a separate product that we're going to be selling on the online shop soon, guys. Bald eagle chips. They are actually they taste like bald eagles, which is it's a distinct flavor. And if you know what it tastes like, we have questions. But yeah, we would just be raising these chicks, just regurgitating this food in their mouths, and their diet is pretty gross. We had to eat a bunch of raw meat. We had to eat the bones, everything. Got to crunch them just like a regular bird would with a gizzard. Of course, the gizzard is really is really strong on a bald eagle. Guys, I mean, if we're talking gizzards, we're talking about eating little pebbles, eating little rocks, eating little stuff to help grind that food up. Me and Wyatt wearing these prosthetic gizzards just every day up in Washington, just trying to get these chicks to eat their food. I mean, if you guys have kids, you know how hard it is to get them to eat their food sometimes. Could you imagine little bald eagle chicks trying to get them to eat food that you chewed up for them and regurgitate it into their mouth, bone and all? It was really rough, guys, but the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade in 2008 was saved because of our efforts at Bald Eagles Inc. And we were basically able to release 800 bald eagles live at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It was actually during the commercial break, so it was kind of a big slap in the face for us, guys. I mean, we do have the VHS footage, but the video quality back then was... Do I have to tell you? It's not good. So, yeah, that was us when we were raising those bald eagles and just taking care of those baby chicks. It was a lot of fun, guys. It reminds me of when I used to... oh, sorry, I didn't see your comments there. 1 second. Gotta stand up and stretch a little bit anyways. Take my money, Tyler Johnson. I will take your money. We are actually open for business, Tyler Johnson, until 3 a.m. tonight. We're making the banana bread extra late. Trevor Jones, 2135, says, bizarre. Would you like to see something bizarre, Trevor Jones? I'll show you something bizarre. It's one of my favorite items here in Fang's Garage. It is guarded by the little miniature ET, and it is, of course, in a little secret box. The regulars here will, of course, know what this is. But if you're new here, Tyler, or Trevor Jones, and Tyler, look at this. This is bizarre. This little specimen in here. It's like some sort of spider. I don't know what kind it is. And I don't know what the purpose of this thing is. I don't know why. I think it's like a pendant. That's my best guess. But this is one of my coolest items. I don't know, Tyler. Gauges? You can see the little hole in the top. It kind of looks like an earring, huh? That'd be a sweet earring. Of course, we have the other specimens up here at Fang's Garage. The mantis. A couple other things. I had a bat up here that unfortunately dissolved. I think that thing was, of course, cursed as well, but I'm not 100% positive. Other semi-favorite item is the piranha. Yeah, I guess bizarre.
To start a podcast with Riverside, all you need is a concept like too much work and a way to record.
Hopefully the government heavily compensated y'all. They did. They actually signed a really good contract with us, guys. They paid us actually. They said, do you want a lump sum or do you want a payment? And basically opted for the payment. We got paid $70,000 for it was over 10 years. So we got $7,000 a year, guys, for 10 years. We were basically living like kings at the time. I mean, we had pagers, we had cell phones. This is when cell phones just barely came out. And we're talking not even the Nokia, we're talking the brick cell phone. It's about this big. And sorry guys, almost just felony crap. But yeah, me and Tyler were just out there, or me and Wyatt were just out there with our cell phones, just out on the beach taking calls and making money. And it was crazy. It was really 80s, guys. I mean, it was a lot of fun. We got in a lot of trouble, mainly with the law. You'd think that we would get in trouble with the Eagle Commission. We actually were banned from the Eagle Commission when we were making these 800 eagles because they said this is crazy. You cannot release 800 bald eagles into the wild in one day. This is going to destroy the ecosystem. How are you going to recognize? There's no way. You cannot do this. And they said this is going to ruin everything. And I said, I don't care. We got to do it. They're paying us $70,000 and it's 10 years worth of labor. So you do the math. I mean, $7,000 a year will change your life forever. Especially if you're a young eagle breeder like me and Wyatt were. I mean, it was rough. Okay. Okay, let me check this. Let me put this plug in. Let me check the voltage on here. Let me check the voltage on the CDI real quick. I'll put this in. Sell me that tank. I love it. Man, you want that tank, huh, Moses? I don't know, Moses. I don't know. What if I put on the shovel head, Moses? What if I get the shovel head and I'm like about to get it running? I'm like, oh man, all I need is a gas tank. Then I'm like, Moses! You have to edit in a echo right there. You can imagine it. Okay. Let me get my little connector right here. Where'd that go? The heck? No, there it is. Make sure this is all plugged in. I'm going to check the CDI real quick. Check the voltage on there. And see, I know that Courtney is blocking away. I understand that. But where else can I put her? Up here? You guys really want to see her do the acrobatics? Alright. I guess that's better. Now you can kind of see what I kind of am doing. Yep, you already know. Yeah, I know, Moses. I know. Dubsack, no luck yet. I'm going to do one more test and see if this is going to work. I'm going to test it from the CDI. The wire coming from the CDI. Maybe the CDI CD5. We'll see right now. DI. I had to do the DI. Okay. Courtney's monitoring from the top. She has a top network view. See if I can hold all these buttons, press all these switches, and make something work. Oh yeah, Dubsack. There is a lot, actually. And a lot of progress. This feature. Ow. This is sick. Dubsack and unbelievable books. Dubsack. New feature on the standard. Use anti-theft device. Right here, Dubsack. Cutting edge technology. I mean, you can't get it anywhere else but here. I've been installing these systems on scooters and motorcycles for the last 17 years. I'm ASE certified. I'm ready to go, and I got my license already. So check it out, Dubsack. This is the newest feature on the scooter. This is the brake.
I chose the domain name joshharmon.tv because I think about my content like a little television show.
And then you press the brake lever.
I'm Josh Harmon. I'm a musician, content creator, and sound effects artist.
And it will start
when the website came together, I had a similar thing to my feel when I found that my videos. I just was like, oh my god, this is perfect.
Do you like that, Dubsack? Is it perfect? Okay, so it says 0.2. I think you should have more than that. I wonder... Yeah, that wouldn't work. I was going to say, I wonder what would happen if I just put 12 volts to that coil. I think it would just be constantly sparking, right? Would that burn out the coil or something if I just put like, just essentially hook the battery up to the coil? Yeah, because if that means that something has to be wrong with the CDI then. What do you guys think? Because it's only getting 0.2 something out of the CDI for the voltage that's going to the ignition coil. I think it's more than that. So that means the problem is in the CDI. Telling it the wrong info or something. What do you guys think? I'm no expert. I'm literally just trying to figure it out. Let's see. Okay. Did you ever check power to the coil from the ignition and power out? So Dubsack, what I checked was power. Let me grab the ignition coil and I'll show you. Okay, so this is normally like this. I checked power from this connector right here, and it is not getting enough power. So what's going on? Oh, is it Moses' birthday? Nice, happy birthday, Moses. Dang, he said it. He said it, guys. He said happy birthday. Let's see. The objects you put on your motorcycle in France are completely prohibited because they can disturb other motorists. I love that, DJE. I'm hoping that you're talking about the parts and not just the critters. They do come with a motorcycle, though, if you do want to purchase it at fangsgarage.net. Thinking about picking up another 750 Shadow Bobber project tomorrow for my birthday, but need to borrow your truck and rims. Oh, Moses! You got Moses, if you want to borrow the truck and ramps, come on over, buddy. Let's do it. Happy birthday, by the way, Moses. What's going on? Landmed Fausti? How you doing? Jumper to the battery when you turn it over. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking just hook this up to the battery and see if it'll just spark. Let's see what I wanted. Alright, I'm going to try that, Dubsack. I wasn't sure if it was just going to be continuously trying to spark, but I guess if it does, it would kind of test and make sure everything's good. I'm going to try it with the existing coil that's on there, just so that I don't have to take the whole wire off and everything. I know that the old coil did work. It just wouldn't work. It would stop working when it heated up, so. It'd be nice if it didn't fry something. If it would fry that one, take the spark plug out. Okay. Hook that up. Put it there for now. Okay, let me get a little jumper wire. There's one. Get a little Frankenstein with it. Why is that sparking like that? I don't think I can. It just arced out. Maybe it was just, I don't know, it seemed to spark quite a bit. I don't know if I should do that. Let me double check this and make sure it's... I've seen that guy on, obviously, old school YouTube where he just gets shocked all the time. I don't want to be imitating that right now. Why would this be, there's no reason for this to be grounded. Maybe I'm just tripping. I heard it like pinging, like it was like metal heating up, and I was like, oh my gosh, is this battery about to explode? Boom! Live stream over. Alright, I'm gonna disconnect it directly. If it starts getting red hot, I guess I'll be able to tell right away, huh? If it melts on there. Oh, Oh boy. Not good. Well. That's not good. Huh. Not the greatest idea, but now we know. And knowing is, I guess, what I should have known. I better take this off before something else happens.
What if I could build my ideal hiring app with Base 44? Hiring is chaotic. Resumes, conversations, disconnected systems.
I'm glad I did it on this
Today, I can finally build an app shaped around the way we work.
If that was a prank, that was quite the prank.
With our pipelines, workflows,
Good
and
one.
total visibility. Making an offer is never just a number. I want a tool that calculates salary ranges, equity, benefits, all of it, into one clear view.
GY6 ignition coil
What
to a
else can I
12-volt
add?
source. I don't know if it's recommended by the
an AI
manufacturer,
partner
but I
that
don't know if it, I
understands
don't
how we
think it
hire.
worked.
Writing
I'll take it off and
descriptions
show you
that sound like me. Pre-screening to my standards.
Not sure why that
So my
happened.
hiring gets smarter, not just faster. All built my way. My numbers clear, my workflows managed, my data secured. Because in the end, it's not about filling roles. It's about building
That
the
could've been
team
fun.
that will take us forward.
Sorry guys, let me
Base
skip this ad.
44. Build it your way.
It almost turned into the Raiders of the Lost Ark scene right there. My eyeballs almost just melted out of the sockets.
Even your favorite superheroes are...
Is that a 12-volt coil? I don't know. If you touches the coil when you're cranking, it should want to fire up. If it does, it's your CDI. Too far from the post. I'll buy. Oh, it's all good, Dubsack. Check it out. I used the old one, but look at this. It was about to blow. Boom! I don't know why it did that. I think it grounds to the frame, and then this is the positive. But I think it's a pulse positive because it's coming from the pickup coil. So as the pickup coil is turning, it's like go, 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 go. But yeah, check that out. Electric goober. But this, because the CDI sends intermittent power. I see. Okay. You guys should take a peek. What's inside? What is inside? Frankenstein Gremlin scooter. Yes, exactly. 0G824. 0. We're trying to get this thing wired up, and this is the luggage rack for it. 0. I like to think of pretty much anything I touch as turning into some Frankenstein type creation. But yeah, check it out. Little toolbox with the brake light on there, and these mounts on the side. And since this ignition coil is melted, all in good fun, it was worth the test. I'm going to hook up this old coil, or the old new coil, that I think actually works fine. Unfortunately, the test coil has been sacrificed to the curiosity sake. So I am going to put this old, all this we could ever imagine, put this old new coil back on there, and just to keep the stuff kind of dry. But yeah, if you guys do think I look familiar, my dad is actually the one that invented the tone for microwave beats. He invented it a long time ago, guys. I mean, when microwaves first came out, they had a different kind of tone, and it was not actually alerting people that their food was done. At that time, microwaves didn't even have timers on them. So they would just continuously cook. It would burn, catch people's houses on fire. Really dangerous and become super radioactive really quickly. That is how me and Gizmo got into the fireproofing business. We were doing all sorts of fireproofing stuff for housing. We were doing like the things that would the fire sprinklers. We would install those. Gizmo would crawl up into the attic. I'd be down there holding the ladder and cleaning the ducts, cleaning everything out. But yeah, it was just a crazy time. I mean, we were up there just cleaning those ducts out, just trying to get the freaking microwave beat to sound right. My dad was just up all night long, just trying to get those microwave beat to sound correct, and he could not get it to sound right. But eventually he did. He filed a patent for it. He got the sound patent for the microwave beat, and basically he's got the copyright on it, guys. So every time a microwave beeps in the United States, including Puerto Rico and Alaska, every time that microwave beeps, my guy gets paid a royalty. It doesn't sound like a lot, but he's getting paid at 10 cents per week. And if you think about it, the way it was designed, he actually designed it so that at the end of the cooking cycle, it would go beep, beep, beep. You get that 4 times, 40 cents. Every time you cook a meal, 40 cents royalty right there. And there's hundreds of millions of people every day just running their microwaves all day long. My dad actually got in trouble for a scam that he was running. He actually had a bunch of microwaves in our house, and he would just turn them on all the time. So that he was constantly getting paid for it. And so my whole room was just filled with microwaves. I mean, there was microwaves all over the place. And yeah, it was just constantly constant. He put it on there for 2 seconds, and me and my 8 siblings would be running around non-stop all day long, just turning these microwaves on, trying to keep them busy, trying to keep the money flowing in the house. But yeah, that's how he made his first initial couple $1 million, just like the microwave beeping copyright. It was really a genius idea. Shortly after that, he designed the little things that you see on the road, the little bumps, the little reflective bumps, the lane markers. He designed those, and again, it was really good ideas, all based on marketing and just royalties. Every time someone ran over one of those little bumps, he gets paid for it. That one is a fraction of a cent because there are tens of millions of cars running over those things constantly. But that is quite the nice little flow of money coming in constantly. It's a great business idea, guys. If you're ever thinking about inventing something, just invent it, put the royalties in mind, and just get paid and paid and paid. That's actually what Gizmo did. He got a big royalty deal with Crayola. So every time someone uses a crayon, he gets paid, even if it's already a crayon that they purchased. He has AI systems that are linked up now that can tell when people are using crayons, and he's getting paid just left and right. I mean, he lives kind of an extravagant lifestyle. He's quite the gambler. He has a little bit of a gambling problem. I mean, that's okay. He can work through it. We can get through it, guys. The only way to get through it is to go through it, you know? All right. Let's get this thing on there. What is this commercial? Courtney's loving it. She's actually training for Cirque du Soleil. Okay, what is this? Thank you, Zero. I appreciate the kind words. Tyler says Courtney looks lightheaded. She is. She's quite the thrill seeker. Again, guys, she was an underwater welder for a long time, so she's used to low gravity environments. She's just hanging out, says Dubsack. And Moses says, no, she just discombobulated. Okay, Road King, I will turn the music down a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. I wish I could have seen what I was writing to you as you were about to test it. It's all good, Dubsack. I do have a couple of ideas for Fang's garage for I don't know how soon it'll be, but one of them was to set up a text-to-speech feature where you could, like, I don't know how chaotic it would be though, because it would be like non-stop. I don't know if I would actually be able to think. I'd be like, oh. My eyes would be rolling in the back of my head, and I'd be like, oh. I might actually just do everything correctly. I might actually get stuff done. It might be way more productive, and I'll just be like, doing this stuff perfectly. But I don't know. Or I could just be like trying to hear all the things and be like, wait, what? It could go either way. Who's to say? Even I don't know. What the heck? What's this hitting up against? This, isn't hitting the coil, is it? Something is holding this thing. Let's see here. What the heck is going on here? Alright. There it goes. Huh. Something was kind of holding this thing. It's kind of hard to put on there. Maybe I'll get slightly longer bolts. The bolts I got are like pretty darn small. I mean, it's pretty close, so not much room for forgiveness there. Huh, wait a minute. Got film on there. Couldn't have made this any easier, huh? Couldn't have made this any easier. What I should do is, I should weld the nuts onto the like little rack thing, so I don't have to reach in here and use my, you know what I mean? Like reach in here and hold on to the nut and all that. You know. Alright. Put this thing on there. At least just temporarily. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some more digging and maybe find a wiring diagram for this thing. I don't know, it must be the CDI. I want to just make sure that there's not something I'm just overlooking, some sensor or something. It's got to be something simple. Where's that other brake plate at? Just so I can look at it. Just so I can take a peek. I'm gonna show you guys something else that I got that I could potentially use for the scooter. I actually got a couple of things that are cool. Oh, Dubsack, thank you for that, buddy. Thanks for that, Dubsack. I appreciate it, buddy. You didn't have to do that, man. But thank you. I really appreciate that. A dub from Dubsack. Awesome. I agree, Moses. Cannot burn it, Brass Monkey. Thank you for that, Dubsack. Let me, what was I going to get? Oh, I was going to get the brake light. Thanks, buddy. I will, I'll either buy the CDI with it or I'll buy a new coil with it. One with it. A dub from the dub, sir. Thanks, Dub. What are you gonna do for your birthday? Are you gonna do anything, Moses? You gonna go out and party with Dubsack?
Have you ever wondered, how do I record my screen? Well, then you're in the right place to find that answer.
I've been wondering that actually for about
in this video, I'm going to show
40
you how to
years.
record the computer screen for
I used to
free.
use a little
to do this,
manual
we'll be using
camera
the bead screen and
to record a flip book. Absolutely, says Dubsack. Thank you, man. That was actually funny. I was like, oh shoot, dude. I looked and I saw some smoke coming over there. I was like, uh-oh, something's melting. I want to take it apart and look at it and see what's in there. I want to figure out what's in there. So yeah, look at the brake lights. Let's see if this brake light will work. Oh wait, I forgot. It's still hot wired to make the brake light switch do that. I had the ignition coil exploding and the brake light switch activating the starter button. Next, when I hit the horn button, the ejection seat is going to go off. I'm going to go flying up into the air. Or at least Gizmo will. Alright, now let's try it again. Okay, so move this. This brake light is going to be on this side. It's going to be like probably about, if you could imagine, it'll be somewhere like here. I guess I could hold it there. You don't have to imagine that much. You could just imagine a little bit. It's going to be something like this. Maybe like a single one over here. Right? And then the license plate will maybe go like down here somewhere, or maybe it'll go underneath here, or maybe it'll go up here. I'm going to trim this down. Gizmo is sitting like at the trim line right here. So this is going to be trimmed back here. So this will be sticking out like 1.5 to 2 inches from the edge of the seat. And the reason I want to do that is so that I can end the seat right here and still have a little more room to have a tab for bolting it on there or something like that. And also because the frame hoop ends like actually behind this line, ends further back. It ends like right here, maybe a 1/2 inch back. So I wanted a little extra room just in case I wanted to add something on there like a tab. It also will have to be trimmed more. And the passenger seat will be more than enough room. So it'll be like this, or the brake light. Just like that. And yeah, I'll probably have another brake light, not this style, but a different style. Probably right here as well. Oops. Nice looking metal. It'll be like, maybe it's connecting electricity to Gizmo's skin. It'll be like there somewhere. Something like that. But yeah, I think it's coming out good. Just got to figure out the wiring or the CDI or whatever the little gremlin is that is causing the issues. Pun intended. I'm going to take the battery off there and get it charging. And we'll see. Maybe the battery is just getting low and it's like, maybe it was, I don't know. Maybe it was just like not getting enough power to get the spark going. I can't remember if that was you, Dubsack, that suggested that yesterday, or Moses. I can't remember who said it, but someone said maybe it's the battery being low, and I did not charge it. So it seemed like it was enough voltage yesterday, but maybe not today. So I'll get it charging, and on the next live that will be tomorrow at 9:30 Pacific. I think that's California time. I don't know. 9:30-ish. That's usually about the time I go live. Again, guys, there are some circumstances where I won't be able to go live on time every time. And normally I don't go live on Thursdays. But Chris from Floki's Angels, he's going to be taking a little trip for a while. And I just said, you know what, dude, let's get the live going for Chris tonight. And the video for Friday, it might be a little bit delayed, guys. It might come out like late Friday. I know it's probably whatever, but it's not like some super thing that everyone is super excited about, I don't think. It's just a swap vlog video, but I am working on it. And it'll come out sometime tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah, I just figured let's go live tonight before Chris takes off, so that we can at least hang out with him a little bit longer until he comes back. I'm gonna pull this battery out real quick. If it'll come out. If it's not stuck in there. Heck, the battery's grown. Here's one of those little like starfish things that you put in the water and then it grows. And you're like, how did it says it's going to grow to be 100 times that size? Wouldn't that be like the size of a car? Aren't we getting into car territory now? Are we turning the starfish into a car fish? I like that. I literally just made that up on the spot, guys. I didn't plan that out. That was not one of the scripted jokes. That was not something that me and the writer sat down. Oh, sorry, I did not see your thing. Do you have killer clowns from outer space things? No skeleton clown. I do not, but I have seen that and I am interested. I saw something recently, I think it was a little laser gun type thing, but I don't know enough about it to purchase anything unless it's super cheap. Let's see, what did I walk back here for? I'll figure it out momentarily. Oh yeah, the battery charger. I could show you some of the stuff that I got. Yes, I think it was a cotton candy gun. And I had seen them for fairly like pricey, and I was like, the one that I saw seemed like pretty cheap. So I was like, maybe I'd be tempted to get into it. And the Singing Raisins. Or Amy. Yeah, these are just little personal collection things. Let me just grab this charger real quick. On the dirtiest rack possible. I need to take some time to clean this out. I also need some time to not let this thing fall. I need to take this thing out. Take this for a little whirl. You guys ever try one of these?
Scribe is how 4
I've had this lure for probably 10 years. I've used it 2 times.
The hardest part of any job, I don't care where you work,
let me skip
is
this up.
answering the same questions over and over. You're going to want to see this.
Exactly. You're going to want to see this. You guys ever use a rat lure? Sorry. Trying to get this thing out. These are surprisingly cool to use. I watched my cousin straight up take his rat lure out of the package, and I said, how do you do that? And he said, I'm gonna have to teach you, it's really hard. I said, I'm trying. I straight up saw my cousin, no lie, no exaggeration, throw a gigantic rat lure like this. This is a pretty good sized lure. We were at a lake. He threw it up onto the embankment, up onto the dirt, literally up onto a rock, and made it seem like it was stuck up there. He pulled the line a little bit. It came down and it looked like the rat like tumbled into the water. It hit the water and floated out like this far, and within that long, it hit the water, floated out, and that soon a largemouth bass shot up in water that's probably about this deep and slammed on this rat lure. Not this one in particular, but a wooden one. Slammed it and jumped out of the water with it. And my cousin caught it. It was the craziest thing. Straight up, I knew for a fact then that largemouth bass will just gulp on the big old rat like nothing. Pretty cool. Anyways, I also got this little thing. I gotta try this thing out. I don't know what this is. Some little seductive frog will seduce any sort of bass out of hiding, I think. Oh, it's not even freaking in there, dude. Alright, it's somewhere. It's somewhere here. Okay, we got vintage chopper magazines from Japan. Another battery. This guy. Alright, the charger's got to be here. I might just have to find it. And that's with the shop tour. Although, on one of the videos, I was thinking I would do a shop tour soon. That'd be kind of cool. Do a Fang's garage tour. Okay, well, I guess I'll just have to find that. I'll put the cover back on here at least, so it's not just fully butt naked. Although the scooter does probably hang out in nudist communities with how appealing it looks. So this is ready to have somebody hop on and go for a spin. Just make sure you have your tetanus shot. It's not fully required to wear clothing while riding a scooter, but it is suggested. Gizmo is, of course, a certified nudist. He's trained and certified in all nudistry. That is, of course, nude artistry. But he does do a lot of just modeling at colleges, things like that, art institutes. He does moving modeling as well. Like if he needs someone to kind of dance and have like a moving model, he can do that as well. He does charge $400 an hour, so just to give you a heads up. Just giving a free demo right now. Okay, Gizmo. We get it. Hey buddy, I'm trying to do the show right now. If you could just keep it down. I know, but they're trying to listen and it's probably cutting into the... It's probably cutting into the mic. If you could just keep it down for a second. Sorry about that, guys. You can be kind of want to be the center of attention at times. Believe it or not, Courtney is not the center of attention for the most part. She's actually really quiet. If you guys ever noticed, she's actually the quiet one. Gizmo's the one that's outlandish. Somehow Tom is proving to be the rational one today. What's going on, Floki's Angels? Yeah, rat lure. That'd be cool. The swim bait, I don't know how well that one works though, Dubstack. I tried it and I never caught anything with it. I pulled a rat that big out of a redfish's stomach fishing in the Louisiana Gulf coastal marshes back in 1996. Dang, B.D. Calais. That is crazy. Yes, Tyler Johnson, she is the silent type. B.D. Calais. That is insane, dude. You pull a big old rat out like that? Oh, man. Uh-oh. Tom has gotten a little bit wet. And I think Courtney is too. Yeah, I got a little bit wet. Actually, I need to go out and grab a little snack. A little fast break. Recess break. I have to look up, I have to watch Gremlins again and see. I have to listen to how they sound and adjust my vocal cordage accordingly. Well, guys, looks like we're getting rained out. And it is a early night. It's a Thursday night bonus live episode for Chris and Floki's Angels. I hope you guys are having a good night and that keeping warm. I know it's supposed to be getting a little bit crazy out east on the storm with a storm. I don't know. I haven't checked on it recently.
3 feet in half, nearly.
Let's skip this out. Man, they really want me to start playing video games again. It ain't gonna happen. You know I ain't gonna play no video games. I might. Are you near Tustin at all? I'll be out there if you want to help. Grab up Wolfman. Tustin, Dubsack, is Tustin up near, is that up near, Red Hill? Is that up near, like where Born Free is at? I'm not out near Tustin right now. But I might be fairly soon, Dubsack. Are you able to message me on Instagram or something? On the Fang's Garage Instagram? What do you guys think of the bike cover? Pretty sweet, huh? This is the cutting edge Fang's Garage exclusive bike cover. These are $79.99 on my web store. It is pretty much universal for any bike, and it is a multi-piece type of cover. So basically, you just take all the different pieces for your bike out, and you just cover up all the different components that aren't waterproof. A lot of the projects that come out of Fang's Garage are not waterproof, of course, but we do what we can. I'm going to make it more waterproof, obviously, but I would like for the seat pan to not be completely rusted out, even though this is supposedly supposed to be a rat bike, and now it's not quite as ratty as I thought it would be. It's turning out to be a little bit cleaner than I would hope, but that's okay. Hopefully I can mess it up and make it look a little more shabby in the future. For now, I'm going to cover this thing up and try and prevent the seat pan, at least, from getting all rusty, because whenever I have to weld it, I don't want to deal with all that rust. What do you guys think? Maybe I'll put one more on there just in case, right over the top. Right over the tippy top. Let me move this thing. Irvine. Dubsack, let me know. Message me on Instagram if you can. Fang's Garage. I might be up there fairly soon. And I'd be down. I'd be down to grab up the Wolfman, throw him into the Wolf Pack. Oh, criminy. It's already midnight? Oh man, it's close to it. Jeez, I thought it was like 11:30. Minutes to midnight. It's actually more like 7 minutes, but my watch is a little bit fast. An hour and 7 minutes fast. It's getting faster. Have you guys heard about what's going to happen when the Earth stops having gravity this year for 7 seconds? Have you guys heard about that? In August, I think. The Earth is not going to have gravity for like 7 seconds. Are you guys hearing me? And it's like it's not like you're going to be like floating up this high. They were doing the math, and you're gonna be like 60 feet up in the air. Like look it up. I just heard about it today. I was like, okay, so we're not gonna have gravity for 7 seconds. Like, if you're indoors, will your house just like lift off of the foundations? I don't know. Okay, cool, Dubsack. Yeah, you guys gotta look that up. There was some leaked document that said that there's something that's gonna happen this year, and the Earth is not gonna have gravity for 7 seconds, which doesn't sound like a long time, but I think it is gonna be really scary if that's. I don't know if it has to do with the magnetosphere weakening. Have you guys heard about that? That's why all these crazy weather events are going on? I know, Moses, you gotta look that up. It's crazy. Look up the magnetosphere weakening. Look at I think that's why the aurora borealis lights were so low. They were like seen in Texas and Mexico recently, which is insane. I thought I would never see those things, so I'll never be up north. And then now this. And I don't know if that's why there's that big old storm on the East Coast. I don't know. And now they're talking about aliens. Now the British government is talking about, the British bank is talking about aliens.
Create a website that's worthy of it. With AI website creation from Wix, every click is an opportunity to shape your brand, fine-tune your design, generate content in seconds, and showcase what you love so others will love it too.
One of the people from the Bank of Britain, I think it was, came out and said, hey, we need to make a plan in case there's a disclosure for aliens so that the public doesn't freak out and the stock market doesn't tank or something like that. Just recently came out and said that. That was pretty strange. Just a little weird, if you ask me. But yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking, Moses. Stay indoors. Or, Moses, you could be on an airplane if the Earth has no gravity and you're on an airplane. But that might actually be even worse, because what if you're on an airplane and then stuff starts flying up and hits into you? Yeah, look it up though. It's something about the Earth not having gravity for 7 seconds. I believe it's in August of this year. So if you guys did not hear about that, you might want to prepare. And I don't know, what could you do? You could tie yourself down to the ground. Or maybe you could have a parachute on. Maybe you had a parachute on, you could essentially be anywhere. And if the Earth stopped having gravity, you'd fly up in the air, release the parachute. You better just be ready. And don't drop your cell phone, whatever you do. Hopefully you're wearing the meta glasses, because that'd be some good footage. If you just instantly started flying up into the sky, I don't think it's going to be fun. I instantly thought, oh, it'll be cool. You'll be floating, like in the outer space movies. No, I think it's going to be violent. I think it's going to be insanely fast. I think you're going to be oh my gosh, you're going to suddenly be 20 feet up in the air in 2 seconds. I think that the whole thing is the, if I understand it correctly, which I don't, so don't take my advice on it, but I think that the magnetosphere weakening is doing something to the poles of the Earth, which is changing something, because they've been talking about the poles shifting or tilting or turning for a long time now. So yeah. Yeah, that's what I heard, Dubstack. I heard that the Aurora Borealis was visible in Southern California. I was like, dude, that's crazy. That means something weird is going on. So I don't know. If you guys are investing in something, invest in a parachute, a paramotor, a rope, so you can tie yourself to the floor and not fly up into the sky. You can invest in like maybe a bounce house that you guys can, your whole family can live in. It seems like it'd work. Check it out, guys, and make sure that you're, if you're defying gravity, that you let us know. Gizmo would like to see. He, of course, would love to defy gravity. He is actually a really dense little guy. He's actually super heavy, super hard to pick up. Will hold my breath like in the car going through a tunnel. That's probably the best way to do it, Dubsack. Just hold your breath and bend over, kiss your sweet butt goodbye. Because you'll be flying up into the air and you won't be able to control it. 7 seconds sounds like fun. I think it would be fun, Moses. I'm hoping it'll be fun. I'm hoping it won't be terrifying. I hope we won't be shooting through the sky like a helium balloon that some child let go of at their birthday party. All right, guys. So we'll be live again tomorrow, 9:30. We'll be working on either the dirt bike or the scooter or something like that. We'll be joined by Gizmo, of course. The big boy, Tommy boy. What's up? Let me see your eyes. Look into my eyes. I love eye contact, guys. Make sure to look into my eyes. And see you later, Moses. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday. We're actually not early. And Courtney, she's going to be here helping out. She actually has a little Botox appointment tonight for her lips. She wants to look a bit younger. See you later, Tyler. See you later, Dubsack. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for all the likes, guys. If you want to check out more of this stuff, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Fang's Garage, we're out. We got to go get some froyo. I actually want to get